Hello there, fellowship of the Briar, Harvey here. I should stop fighting with the habit of smoking in my car. As it turns out, I found it a very pleasant experience to get in the morning after leaving my wife in her building, in her lab, to just light a pipe, park the car before in front of my lab, park the car and have, I don't know, 10-15 minutes to plan the day. Planning the things that I have to do, think about them before getting into the frenzy of doing them. Also, it's been a little bit harder to smoke at home because usually I'm in the rush of still doing things until very late night. So the car appears as a good alternative. Strange though. I hope after publishing my papers, I will have a little more time to slow things out again. Yeah, well, I'm not sure if this should be a video response or not, but a couple of things that I have in mind with some of the videos that I saw. Joffre the Giant talking about how the cool weather brings better clothes, and I think I'm a good example of that. I'm fashioning an Australian hat. I think this is a Barma. Yeah. I love this hat. I have it for more than a year. It's a hardcore hat. It's for all weather, although I prefer to use it in fall and winter, beginning of spring, and in summer I use another ones, but also in winter I use another kind of hat. Kel's video about do not inhale. That's why I don't inhale, Kel. What the hell go wrong with too much smoke? And also, since I'm here alone in my car, I remember Francis' video. Oh, I forget his channel. I think it's the Smoking Pipe Guy. I'm not sure. I think it is. In one of his early videos, I remember that he was having a box opening. Wait a second. Big ass truck coming out. In one of his early videos, he mentioned about he was having a box opening, I think, and I'm not sure if his wife was next to him or in front of him or holding the camera, but either way, he kind of asked, well, do you record your videos with audience or without audience? I mean, somebody looking at you. I had my wife a couple of times doing so, just watching, not holding the camera. I think once in a box opening, very early on, she was holding the camera. But usually I will say that I prefer not to have. It's I don't know, it's a conversation that you have, basically. Some random thoughts that pops into your head, and you just talk. But having an audience, somehow I think it feels a bit awkward, because you're nevertheless having kind of a conversation, and you're expecting for people to either comment on your video, have a video response, or have an opinion of what you're saying. So having there somebody who is in the position actually to either argue or comment or having a conversation, it feels awkward that they can't. Well, they could, but it is different as when you have when two pipe smokers are having a conversation. It's a totally different thing, like Babs and Tobacco Row, or well, I've seen several examples of that, because you're having a conversation. Even when one of you are holding a camera, you're actually having a conversation. That will for me look very natural, and that's why their videos are so fresh. Because he's not a crazy guy talking to a camera. So, what's your take on that? Do you enjoy the audience? You don't mind? Often we got interrupt. But that's not what I mean. What I mean is, it is okay for you to have somebody sitting next to you watching you doing a video. I think it's awkward. And that's why perhaps early morning in my car, it doesn't seem like a bad idea at all. Okay, I ramble enough, guys. As usual, I cannot talk with this in my mouth. As usual, puff away, my friends.